Actually, your voice is breaking, Karishma.
Right? अब start हो गया. All right.
Your voice is
Hello and a very
breaking.
warm welcome. Thank you, Pranavi, for joining in. And we are going to read about a sense of passion today. Let me very quickly start sharing the screen so that we can read it together.
Yeah.
A sense of passion. The Greeks have given us one of the most beautiful words of our language, enthusiasm. The word enthusiasm relates
Stuck,
to
stuck, stuck.
a God within. Within you is an infinite, passionate soul that wishes to express itself. It's the God within you, urging you to fulfill a deep sense of what you were meant to be. All of our acts are measured by the inspiration from which they originate. When your acts display the faces of intention, they spring from the they spring from a God residing within you. This is enthusiasm. When you emulate the power of intention, this is where you will feel the passion you were intended to feel and live. The beauty of feeling passionate and enthusiastic is the glorious feeling of joy and cheerfulness that comes along with it. Nothing provides me with more joy than sitting here and writing to you from my heart. I enthusiastically allow these teachings to come through me from the source of all intention, the universal mind of all creative. Put
Mm.
quite simply, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Put quite simply, I feel good. I am a cheerful mood and my inspiration provides me with joy. If you want to feel great, look into the mirror, say to your image, I am eternal. This image will fade, but I am infinite. I am here temporarily for a reason. I will be passionate about all that I do. Then just notice how you feel as you stare at your reflection. Being cheerful is a wondrous benefit of enthusiasm. Being cheerful is a wondrous side benefit of enthusiasm. It comes from being in the active side of infinity where there is absolutely nothing to feel bad about. This is so beautifully written, and I actually believe this as well. In all those times when we are happy, when we are cheerful, when we are good,
The
we are
screen is
finding
stuck.
life. Pranavi, are you saying something?
Your voice is stuck, darling.
My voice is stuck. Hey, Bhagwan. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
वैसे I did nothing.
I don't know. I know it's audible.
Anyway, so I believe that when we are cheerful, in fact, even if I don't think about that, but most probably whenever I see somebody in anger, in frustration, in turmoil or some kind of a low frequency, Pranavi, do you have anything to say?
Um, mm, it's like somewhere he's telling that I mean, you should always be cheerful, and then that is a way to connect to the. I mean, you will become eternal by practicing the act of being cheerfulness, and It comes from being in the active side of infinitely aware. I mean, he's just trying to tell you that be aware, active, and uh, cheerful, and that is a way to connect to the source, kind of thing. And that itself is nothing but passion. Yeah, somewhere I'm getting the superficial part of it, Karishma. I think I need to reflect at a deeper level. Then I think I can get the gist of it.
Okay. So when I think of it, I feel that, when there is, so first, we are cheerful. Whenever we are cheerful, we are happy, we are, all these good things that we call, we are nearer to the power of intention. On the contrary, when even if we don't find ourselves to be nearer to the power of intention or the higher energies, we will understand by the contrary feelings. जब आपको गुस्सा आ रहा था, जब आप फ्रस्ट्रेटेड होते हो, जब आप कुछ भी ऐसे नेगेटिव उसके अंदर होते हो, then you not at any given cost think of God as a good place to be. You keep on saying, हाँ, whatever, मेरे साथ ही ऐसे किया, ये किया, वो किया. But when you are happy, when you are cheerful, you will automatically say, हाय भगवान, शुक्र है. You do so much of shukrana as well, right? The second thing,
Yes.
passionate, where the passion comes from. Now, just imagine your Guruji has given you some work to do. How passionate would you be to complete that task in the most beautiful and the significant way? Extremely, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So that is where the passion comes.
Just notice, yeah.
Normally speaking, it is said that when you go for seva, even if you are unwell, something at the time when you go for seva brings so much of energy in you that you can get it done easily. That is the passion that is being talked about,
Yes,
according to me.
yes, because the universe anyhow flows through us. Yes, got it. Yeah.
So it is said that
Shall I just,
I am here temporarily for a reason. I will be passionate about all that I do. So, whatever, if we think of anything that we are doing as a service to Almighty, as a service to that power of intention, or to the universe, or the higher powers, or our own Guruji, we will see we put in the best of our energies, the best of our efforts to do it beautifully and as perfectly as possible. That's passion.
actually, yeah, at a deeper level, no, Karishma, somewhere, I mean, the human psychology, they feel that they are permanent in this whole life cycle. But then we should know that we are temporarily being here, and time is very precious, and do the works which are related to your, the passionate subjects or whatever. You need to do it as quickly as possible. But the human mind thinks that still a lot of time is there and still things go on like that. But then if you really come out of the trap, you can really find the ecstasy of connecting with the universe. That I'm experiencing, and so yeah, it's a lovely passage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to read ahead, Pranavi?
Yeah, yeah, I'm just trying to. Is my voice okay, Karishma? Are you getting any breakage or such?
It breaks in between, but it is normally fine.
Okay, okay. Now, a sense of belonging. In a world that lasts forever, you certainly must belong. The active side of infinity inspires not only a strong sense of belonging, but a strong feeling of connectedness to everyone and everything in the cosmos. It's impossible for you not to belong because your presence here is evidence that a divine universal source intended you here. Yet, when you live on the inactive side of infinity, you feel a sense of alienation from others. Your idea that this is all temporary and that you're not a piece of God's infinite perfection leads you to self doubt, anxiety, self rejection, depression, and so many more of the low energies I have written about throughout this book. All it takes is a shift to infinite awareness to leave that feeling of misery. As Sivananda taught his devotees, all life is one, the world is one home. All are members of one human family. All creation is an organic whole. No, man is independent of this whole. Man makes himself miserable by separating himself from others. Separation is death. Unity is eternal life. This concludes my ideas on the active and inactive side of infinity. I urge you to remind yourself every day, as frequently as possible, of your infinite nature. It may sound like merely an intellectual shift of minor consequence. Next screen. But I assure you that staying on the active side of infinity and reminding yourself of it regularly will put you in a position to manifest your desires. Of all the quotes on this subject I have read, this observation made by William Blake stands out. If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is infinite. Remember, we are attempting to clean up the connecting link between ourselves and the field of intention.
Hmm. Would you
Yeah,
like to
he's
share
always,
anything?
yeah, Karishma, he's always trying to say us to be on the active side of the infinity. And he's once again asking us to that we are all to be a part of the, I mean, he's just the takeaway from this paragraph is like some god or something has put us on this earth with a beautiful intention to be intended, and he is always asking you to be better, to be on the active side of the infinity, so that through that infinity only we can really manifest our desires. And the last thing which I like this, you should always cleanse yourself. Lot of lenses will be there inside us, and you should give your best to cleanse all those lenses. Then you would really enjoy that what is infinity and the essence of infinity. So he's always telling that our only attempt is to just clean that particular channel between ourselves and the god or the intention, it is whatever. So just keep on cleansing it. Obviously the positivity will flows. Obviously if something negativity and if something dirt has been removed, I mean at a very natural level, obviously the positivity will come inside. So he's just asking you to keep on attempting to cleanse those lenses so that the positivity will definitely enter, and through this you will know the reason why you're intended to be in this universe. So it actually sounds very beautiful, but in depth it has a lot of depth, Karishma. You need to really feel and reflect on this, I guess.
I love this, William Blake's line. If the doors of
Yes.
perceptions were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is infinite. It takes a lot for us to cleanse our, perceptions. It is a lot of
Yes.
work and it is an everyday task. And I believe that
Yes.
meditation is the only way that we can cleanse it. I don't know
Yeah.
any other way as simple and easy than that. Reason being, we as humans have in every single moment we are perceiving things as we wish. There are times when we feel hurt, there are times when we feel jealous, we feel angry, we feel joyous, we feel sad, we feel all kind of emotions in a day, and moment after moment we keep on accumulating, and we have this bowl in which all of this keeps on accumulating. And if and that happens because we do not think of others as one with us. We accumulate all of it because we feel that the person in front of me is not me, that person is somebody else. And the day when we start, at least I think from the family members we can start, right, to
Yes.
feel that we, maybe I and him is the same. I and my kids are the same. And do not judge them for their mistakes. Do not judge them for whatever they are saying. We just have a humble and a kind heart, a loving heart, an understanding heart to, let go of it, just thinking of it as a gift from God, whatever it is, whether it is gussa, whether it is love. If we think of it that way, I think our bowl of, that bowl won't get dirtier. And what we are doing while meditating or
Yes.
doing mantra chanting or doing our name Naam Japa, we are trying to cleanse it, cleanse it, cleanse it. So it is going to take time to cleanse because we have a lot of things accumulated from the past births as well as this birth as of now. But once we are reading this and understanding it, maybe we can stop accumulating more in it. And it is said that when
Yes.
the goal will be clear, then only you will be able to see into it and see the God residing inside of you.
Yes.
All right, let's go
True.
to the 5 suggestions for implementing the ideas in this chapter.
Yeah. 5 suggestions for implementing the ideas in this chapter. Since you already know that you have an appointment with infinity and that you are ultimately required to leave this corporeal world behind, make the decision to do so sooner rather than later. In fact, today, right now, is a great time to keep that appointment and get it over with once and for all. Simply announce to yourself, I am no longer identified by this body, mind, and I reject this label from this moment on. I am infinite. I am one with all humanity. I am one with my source. And this is how I choose to view myself from this day forward. I
Wow.
repeat, I am no longer identified by this body or mind, and I reject this label from this moment on. I am infinite. I am one with all humanity. I am one with my source, and this is how I choose to view myself from this day forward. Just a moment, Karishma. Somewhere the screen has. Yeah, it is still in the process of sharing. Just a second. Yeah, got it. Now, repeat this mantra to yourself each day as you remind yourself that God wouldn't and couldn't create something that doesn't last. I will exist for all eternity, just as love is eternal. So, this is my true nature. I will never be afraid again because I'm forever. This kind of inner affirmation aligns you on the active side of infinity and erases doubts about your authentic higher identity. In a meditative stance, consider the two choices of belief on this concept of infinity. You are in the truest sense, as I have said previously, either a human being having an occasional spiritual experience or an infinite spiritual being having a temporary human experience. Which of those gives you a feeling of love and which inspires fear? Now, since love is our true nature and the source of all, anything that creates fear cannot be real. As you see, the feeling of love is associated with yourself as an infinite being. Then you must rely on this feeling. Yeah, next screen. The screen is over. Yeah, to tell you the truth. Your place in the active side of infinity assures you a feeling of security, love, and permanent connection to intention. Fourth, in any moment in which you find yourself thinking low energy thoughts of fear, despair, worry, sadness, anxiety, guilt, and so on, just for a moment, stop. Consider whether this makes any sense. from the perspective of the active side of infinity. Knowing that you're here forever and always connected to your source will give you an entirely new outlook. In the context of infinity, living any moment of your life in anything other than appreciation and love is a waste of your life energy. You can quickly dissipate those lower energies and simultaneously connect to the power of intention by cleansing those lenses of perception and seeing everything as it is, infinite, as William Blake suggested. Now, take a few moments to reflect on the people you were close to and loved who has crossed over. Being aware of your infinite nature and staying in infinity's active side allows you to feel the presence of these souls who cannot die and did not die. In John O. Donhue's book of Celtic wisdom called Anamkara, he offers these words with which I not only conquer, but I know to be true from my own personal experience. Just a minute. I don't know, somehow the screen, no, it is taking time again.
Is it flipping or something?
Yeah.
What do you
Now,
want to read?
I believe, yeah, yeah, I believe that our friends among the dead really mind us and look out for us. We might be able to link up in every creative way with our friends in the invisible world. We do not need to grieve for the dead. Why should we grieve for them? They are now in a place where there is no more shadow, darkness, loneliness, isolation, or pain. They are home. They are with God from whom they came. You can not only communicate with and feel the presence of those who have crossed over, you yourself can die while you're alive and rid yourself now of these shadows and darkness by living in the active side of infinity. Yeah, next screen. This concludes part 1 of the power of intention. Part 2 will be series of chapters describing how to put this new connection to intention to work in a variety of ways in your life. As with the first part, read on with a mind that is not only open to the possibility of you are achieving all that you can imagine, but to knowing that on the active side of infinity, all things are possible. Now you tell me what that leaves out.
Amazing. Amazing. Um, all right. Do you want to share anything, Pranavi? This was the end of part one of this book, wherein we were understanding what is intention, the new perspective about intention, the seven phases of intention, the infinity and intention, and all of that. Uh,
Yeah,
there
in short, no, Karishma, you should always be aware about what kind of condition is happening inside us. Uh, like, I don't know if we feel anxious or depressed or something like that. I mean, every guru or meditation or whatever, if that technique is in your hand, you should feel blessed because I mean, in my system, though, we have a separate system called as cleansing. At night, I have to cleanse at any cost, but I mean, I just finished my cleansing part today.
is
But then, whenever you feel that grief or pain in you, just make sure that you use your willpower strongly and make sure that you cleanse it again and again. So that should be in the autopilot mode, Karishma. I mean, it should become a habit. At least 5 minutes of cleansing or 10 minutes of cleansing. It works a lot on our system, and you should always make sure that are you tuning to the frequency of that particular universal thing,
So how
or
do you do this
that
cleansing, Pranavi?
It's like I have to sit alert. I mean, we have a rule called in meditation, it's absolutely okay to be little relaxed, I mean, during the night time we are already in the cleansing mode. The bowl is already cleared. So morning you can be little, kind of not very sharp enough. You can just stick simply relax because your bowl is already clean, so the you can easily attract the grace, because the nature of our human beings itself is a cleansed bowl will always attract that grace, so no worries about that. But during night time you have to sit straight, spine straight, and you have to feel that, all the things which have happened from the morning to evening, either good or bad, you have to give a subtle thought that, that I'm cleansing it, and all the dirt in the even either it's good or bad, everything is going out of my system in the form of smoke. And you have to activate and accelerate that system within that 30 minutes. It's our duration is 30 minutes, Karishma.
Okay.
So in that 30 minutes, you have to give a strong thought. You have to give that strong willpower that I'm ready to cleanse everything, whatever has happened to me from the morning to evening. And you have to literally imagine, visualize that it is going everything in the form of dark smoke for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, again, you have to give a thought that my system is totally cleansed, and I'm sure that nothing is left for today. So everything is cleansed, and every part of my cell is being recharged with positivity. So, why I'm connecting that with this thing is, if you keep on cleansing it, no, Karishma, your bowl will always be open, and let the grace. The nature of itself is it attracts grace, because we are all from the source. So you should always make sure that I'm in the active side of the infinite source, or I'm in the inactive side. If you're inactive, sit, cleanse it, and then clean it. So if you're in that, you will be in the mode of that universal love, Karishma. And that itself is enough to remove all that insecurities, grace, or whatever. So, that is what he's trying to tell.
So, Pranavi, I also want to ask you something on that note. Um,
Mhm.
do you feel the intensity and whatever uh, during
Yeah.
your times of meditation or cleansing the same every day?
Um, it's like, Karishma, again, what I do is I totally surrender to this technique, first of all. And second thing is, if you're really active, it's like if you're really active and you use your willpower strongly, you will definitely, may not be in the process of cleansing, but the moment you get up in the morning, your heart pulls like anything to take that grace. It's just like how a baby loves to take the milk from the feet of the mother. If you just sit and start the prayer and all, it's over. You'll be somewhere landed. If you don't do that cleansing during the night time, and if you sit in the meditation in the morning, you can easily feel that suffocation, Karishma. So yeah, that's the thing. And it works out for me. And I went to Goa for 3 days, no. All the parties were hosted during the night time itself, that the evening time. And you would have seen me, I was literally attracted towards that beach. It's like it was hosted in a beach resort kind of thing. It's a private beach. So every day, all these 3 mornings, Karishma, I went onto the beach around 6 o'clock, 5:36, and just sat, and in front of the beach, I started meditating, and I was able to feel how the nature's work is happening on all the chakras. It was a wonderful gift. And my husband is like, "You're in the vacation, and what is that you're doing?" I said, "Please, you just take me there. I'll just do my spiritual work." He said, "Okay, fine." So I don't know, beach, water, and all, they're like, water is a big energy body, no, Karishma. A
Hmm.
lot of cleansing has happened. So I don't know. I might sound a different item for you, or I don't know. But then these are the internal spiritual works I undergo, Karishma. So obviously cleansing will work a lot, Karishma. So yeah, that is what even he is trying to tell. Make sure, and Karishma, that is what I'm telling you. You need not get prepared to sit in the meditation. Just get up and sit. It just takes away you. It's like a pull that it will just pull you off. But that cleansing part should be done very, very, very consciously, because that is the main criteria of it. That because you need to use a strong willpower, and already we are blessed with that all willpower. Otherwise, you will never be in the path of the spirituality, Karishma. You are intended to do all these things. The only thing is your laziness, or due to the the situations around you would may divert you. But then if you put that clarity in your mind that I need to cleanse myself, and I should be ready, that whatever the universe or my master is giving, and I should be ready enough to take the gift. It's something like that. So yeah, that's what he's trying to tell.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Pranavi. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we will be starting part two of this book, which talks about putting intention to work. All right.
Work. Yes. Yes.
See you tomorrow. Take good rest, and
Yeah.
let's see what the book holds for us in the next part of the book. Right.
Yes.
Bye
Yes.
bye. Good night.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Karishma, that, I thought that I didn't intimate Karishma that on this particular day I'll be busy or free. I didn't intimate, I thought. But because you kept a reminder, some of the other work has happened me on my heart region or whatever. So some spiritual nuggets have happened. So it works throughout the night. Thank you so so much, darling. And you have a great day. Good night. Yeah. Bye.